I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times two. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hookup just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news. I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you
You're right, Key. I'm back in the building. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Spotlight Sports Network. This is Coffee in the Sports Morning Show. I'm joined with my main guy, my brother, Coach Dante. What's going on, Coach?
Hey, what's good, man? How your day today, Freddie? It is so a great day for people to get cut today in the NFL. Ross is down to 53, and we had someone that got the bag yesterday, so I'm ready to get into it.
Hey, Coach, they better be glad I'm not in the NFL because, hey, I'll be cutting everybody. I'm that type of person. I'm not scared. I come for you. I want blood. But I'm doing wonderful. Anytime I can come on here and do a show with you, I'm in a great mood. Yesterday, Key was bragging that I wasn't on the show yesterday morning. I didn't appreciate it. I try to go easy on Key, but Key makes me bring the worst out of me. But with that being said, you're absolutely right, my brother. Somebody got the bag last night in the NBA. It's come from a young up and coming star down there in New York. No, I'm not talking about Kyrie Irving. I'm not talking about I'm talking about R.J. Barrett. The New York Knicks went ahead and locked him up for a 4-year rookie extension that could be worth up to $120 million. As you know, the Knicks have been trying to pursue Donovan Mitchell. They've been sent out a couple trades. They've been trying to find a way, but Utah been wanting R.J. Barrett, but now this prevents them from going after R.J. Barrett. First off, tell me what was your reaction to them giving him the contract?
Well, the first reaction, you think they're loyal to R.J. Barrett, and R.J. Barrett is their guy when you get that big of a deal. R.J. Barrett did have an all-star type year, even though he wasn't probably selected. But for us, the Knicks, it's been a while since the Knicks had a guard like R.J. Barrett that could put the ball in the basket, that is over 6'7", that's got a nice little floater, has an improved jump shot, played 34 minutes per ball game, giving you 20 points, giving you 5 rebounds. Now, I want to see him be a better playmaker than what he is. 3 assists as a point guard. I want to see him get those assist numbers up to at least 6 or 7 assists. But other than that, he had a solid year, man. For the last couple of years, man, 20, 17 points, 17 points, and last year 20 points. So his numbers is going up and up as an up and coming stud. But this just shows you they're loyal to RJ Barrett, and he will not be on the books. Now, I think it's a way that they can still probably do it with Donovan Mitchell and get a Donovan Mitchell. There was, it came out reportedly, they wanted the Utah Jazz wanted the picks, they wanted Obi Toppin, and also Dotson was in the deal. Their sharpshooter, Quentin Grimes. I mean, he was in the deal out of University of Houston. So I think they still can do the deal just because RJ Barrett locked up. I think it's a possibility, but right now this solidifies RJ Barrett as their guy at the point guard position.
I'm gonna tell you this, Coach. If I'm the New York Knicks, I'm doing whatever in the hell it takes to get Donovan Mitchell. I mean, this is a franchise that has been dying for a star to come down there. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what you say about Donovan Mitchell, he is a star.
Yeah, he's a superstar in this league. Yes.
That's a talent that the New York Knicks need.
Yep.
So I'm willing to move heaven and hell for a guy like Donovan Mitchell because we all know that the Knicks can't get nobody to take the money in free agency. So you might as well go out and just trade all your assets. We see how far Julius Randle can get you. He can't get you too far. I mean, you're not against him. I mean, he had that one great season, but I don't think nobody projected Julius Randle to be a star in this league. No shot against him because Julius Randle is a great talent. Matter of fact, he's born and bred down here in L.A. But we already know about that. But like I said, if I'm the New York Knicks, I'm doing whatever it takes to get him because he is the type of talent that he can draw somebody to come team up with him in New York. So it's going to be interesting to see that. It's happy to see finally a player that they have drafted. They signed to an extension because I believe he's the only one in quite some time, honestly. So apparently he's worked out for him, and like you said, every year he has gotten better. Year in and year out. I'm here, brother. Hey, I'm here. Thank God Freddie's not here. I'm here this morning in the Austin Sports Morning Show.
It ain't Utah. It ain't Donovan Mitchell's fault Utah can't get past a first round or a second round. He has done his job as a Utah Jazz. He beat the I remember one series, I believe that was OKC with Carmelo Anthony, Paul George. He beat them alone. He beat them pretty much alone. He was a difference maker. So it's not his fault that they can't get to a second round or Western Conference Finals. He has done his job every series, and he even showed voice of frustration being in Utah, of being tired of being losing, tired of being frustrated. It's come clear him and Rudy Gobert is not going to work. And Donovan Mitchell is the best player on that team. A lot of people value Rudy Gobert as the best player just because he's a defender, but Donovan Mitchell is the best player on that basketball team. Without Donovan Mitchell, you can't trust Rudy Gobert. You can't have Rudy Gobert as your best player on your basketball team. That just cannot happen. So, again, I think the Knicks need, like you said, need to do whatever it takes to get Donovan Mitchell. Now, I think they can still spark up a deal to get a Donovan Mitchell. I think they still got some valuable assets to get Donovan Mitchell. But right now, as this move today happened and no Donovan Mitchell, I don't still see them as a threat in the Eastern Conference. I rarely can see them as a play-in team. I think they can be a play-in team. I don't see them as probably a playoff conservative team. I see them still as a play-in team.
So with Donovan Mitchell, do you see them as a playoff team?
Yes, I see them as a playoff team. I think they're upgrade to a playoff team. Jalen Brunson doesn't move the needle for me. I think getting Donovan Mitchell moves the needle for me for the New York Knicks. Yes, I think he does.
I'm gonna say this. I got a bold prediction. They get Donovan Mitchell, they will be better.
You better not say it. I know who you finna say. I know it's mine.
They will be better than the Philadelphia 76ers.
I knew you finna say that.
They will be better than the 76ers. I'm going to tell you why.
I knew you finna say it.
You have Mitchell Robinson, big body, 7 foot. I believe that he'll be able to handle Joel Embiid. He'll better play defense on him. I do think Donovan Mitchell is better than James Harden right now.
Right now,
And,
yep.
and they'll bring in pieces to surround the roster because there's still some pretty good free agents, that's on the market. I believe I believe Carmelo Anthony would come, and that would be a boost for him. He's going to give you much as Tobias Harris is going to give you.
Yep.
So I believe the New York Knicks will be better than the Philadelphia 76ers that's been in a 50-year drought. I believe that. Oh boy.
Oh my God, I knew you were gonna say something like that. I mean, I would still take the Sixers, but I wouldn't be surprised, man. I like Donovan Mitchell, a part of that team, man. I really do. I think he make it very much interesting. I think he made it very much interesting. And Mitchell Robinson is a defensive stud. He's a defensive stud, man. That dude is a reliable rim protector. So I think they will cause the Sixers a lot of problems, and especially Mitchell Robinson on the defensive side of the ball in his rim protection.
Yep. Key in the building just actually sent us a report from Shams that we can kind of touch on a little bit.
All right.
And it says NBA's health and safety COVID-19 protocols for 2022 and 23 season per sources. Once weekly surveillance testing for unvaccinated players. Vaccinated players only test when symptomatic. Isolation immediately upon positive test. Face mask not required. So that means Kyrie Irving, you have no excuses to miss games this year, sir.
Yep.
Kyrie Irving, you need to be dependable this year, sir. We need to see Kyrie Irving of old, sir. We need to see Kyrie Irving that's in his bag, sir. We need to see Kyrie Irving that's going to dance on anybody, sir. We need to see that talent. We don't need to see you off the court. We don't need to see you missing games. We pay to see a talent like Kyrie Irving. And now we want to see what's more important, basketball or yourself. Kyrie Irving, it is time. It's time to stop talking. It's time to do all stuff. It's time to put all the BS away.
Yep. I definitely agree. No excuses. You have to play basketball on the court this year. It's no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about no taking time off or anything. He just got to play. If he plays the new Brooklyn Nets, I still think they're a dangerous team. If he actually plays basketball with Kevin Durant, I think they're a dangerous team. I think they can be a threat to teams like the Sixers. I still think they can be a threat to a team like a Milwaukee Bucks. But like I say, will they beat them? I think they can beat the Sixers. I don't think they can beat Milwaukee, Miami, or Boston. I think they can beat the Sixers, though. I think they can beat anybody else.
Coach, I know we've talked about this before, and Anthony Price have a great question. Let's answer his question. Anthony, thank you for tuning into the show this morning. That's the NBA season, but don't it depend on the state too? I do know in New York they did lifted the mandate. Towards the end of last year. So I'm not, I'm pretty sure if they come back strong that could change things, but I do know they did change it. But I'm gonna say this, Coach, and I've said this before. People do not let what Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving off the court dictate what you think about them as a player. Because even though Kevin Durant might be sensitive, that he is still Kevin freaking Durant. He's a guy that can give you 30 in his sleep. He's a guy that we've seen in big moments elevate. Kyrie Irving, the same thing. We've seen him clutch in big moments. The only problem with Kyrie Irving is that he's not dependable to play basketball. Now Kevin Durant, all he wants to do is hoop. That's all he wants to do. And that tends to be a problem because, who's the leader? Are we, at times it looks like we're leaning on Kyrie Irving. We all know he's not cut out to be a leader. But all I'm saying is, Kyrie, hey, you got what you want. Now it's time for you to do what you need to do. It's time for you to go to work.
I still think Kevin Durant, like I said, I still value Kevin Durant I still value Kevin Durant as a top 2 player in the game of basketball. When he's on the court next to LeBron James, I still think LeBron James is better on the court. I still think he's the best player in the game. And I still value Kevin Durant as the number 2 player in basketball when he's on the court. We all know what he can do when he's actually healthy on the court. We all know that this guy's a problem and he is a threat on the court.
I agree with you. That's why Kyrie. Thank you. I agree. It's not because of his talent why he didn't get a contract. It's because he didn't show up to work. We know that he has the talent to get the payday. Kyrie Irving is worth just as much money as a Bradley Beal. He's worth just as much money as a Zach LaVine, as a LeBron James. He deserves the money. His question is, are you going to come to work?
Yeah.
I believe this year is going to be a big year. You know, I want to transition to this because I just created a topic on my head. I promise we're going to go to the list. I promise.
We good.
Who is under the most pressure this year? Like, who's going to have who's under the most pressure? Like the biggest season. Who has to have the biggest season out of this list? Kyrie Irving, James Harden, Ben Simmons, or Russell Westbrook?
Ooh, and you know what I'm going to say right here. Now, I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna go with the most pressure. It's got to be James Harden. This will possibly be his last season. If the Sixers don't get the job done this year, this could be his last season contending for an NBA title. This could be his last and final season contending for an NBA title. Listen to me when I say this, chat. James Harden can still get you 20. He still can get you an 11 assists. But when it comes to the playoffs and when the pressure gets tight, his pipe going to start busting and it's going to start getting cold. When it comes to physicality and people doesn't back down like a Jimmy Butler, like a DeJounte Murray, when he's not playing bully basketball, the pressure is going to get tight for him. And that's just always been James Harden. Even in Houston, that always been James Harden. When the pressure gets tight on him and nobody is moving out his way and he can't get to the basket with ease and he can't draw those fouls, like they didn't, like, you know how he used to pump fake people and just run into people or just run into, he can't do that. He can't do that because they changed the foul rule. He used to swipe through people at the 3-point line just to get a 3-point. He can't do that. So his score is kind of diminished a little bit by not getting to the free throw line that much. But when you play against a very great defender like a Jimmy Butler or a team defense like a Boston Celtics or somebody that knows how to play defense and doesn't foul much, that's when the pressure amps up. So James Harden, if he doesn't win this year, this may be the last year that he will probably contend for an NBA championship. The Sixers maybe as a whole, as a team wise, this may be the last ride for James Harden. Definitely is.
I think you already know where I'm about to go. The player that's under the most pressure. And this is why I disagree, because we're not questioning. We know James Harden can still play in the regular season. He can still give you 20. We know Ben Simmons can play because I don't think nobody questioned his talent. They question his heart. We know that he can be an elite defender. He can get guys open shots, you know. We do know Kyrie Irving can play basketball. The question is he going to show up to play basketball? Russell Westbrook is under the most pressure. We have to realize this, y'all. I've said this before. It's something different about being a Laker. If you're playing great, hey, you loved. But if you're playing horrible, you're going to get killed. He had one of the worst seasons last year. And I hope the Russell Westbrook fans are watching this chat because they love this man. This man can do no wrong in their eyes. But I'm going to call it how I see it. He played like trash last year. I'm going to tell you, I took a T word. I changed the S word to the trash. Because I had another word I wanted to say. But since we live, I will not say that word. He played like trash. Hot garbage. We're talking about a guy who played little to no defense. A guy who turned the ball over at a high clip, a guy who shot did it. He didn't not that he just shot the ball bad because he's never been a good shooter. He was shooting the ball on the side of the backboard. I mean, and there was multiple times he did that. And I've never seen this before. You running up the court with the ball, dribbling the ball, and you lose the ball off the feet. You stumble on your feet. I've never seen that before. There was one play that he threw the ball, tried to throw an alley oop to AD. He hit AD in the head. And I'm like, bro, you a point guard. These are little things that you should already know how to do. If Russell Westbrook have another season like he did last year, he might find himself out the league, not competing for a championship, out the league, because nobody's going to want to touch that. I mean, it was bad at times. He had a Malik Monk playing better than him. He had an undrafted rookie and Austin Reeves playing better than him. And we know when you're a Laker, that pressure rises even more. Even more when you're on a LeBron James team, the pressure rises even more. So Russ, you can't go in there with the mindset I'm doing it my way. I'm not listening to you, Darvin Ham. I'm doing it my way. You can't come in with that mindset because right now you need to humble thyself and get ready to play ball. You have to do whatever this role that Darvin Ham set aside for you. You need to listen because the problem with him and Frank Vogel last year was Frank Vogel was the first coach that held him accountable. Scotty Brooks didn't hold him accountable. Donovan, what's his name?
Billy Donovan
didn't hold him accountable. He wasn't held accountable in Houston, in Washington. But Frank Vogel was the first coach that held him accountable, and he threw him under the bus. He threw LeBron and AD under the bus. Hey, Russ, at some point, brother, you got to look in the mirror and say, okay, what do I need to do to change? It's time. It's time to make the change. Russell Westbrook is under the most pressure. Like I said, it's something different about playing with that purple and gold. It's not like playing in Utah. It's not like playing in Denver. You go there, it's expectation. And this is the first time Russ has been under expectation. And it's just to that point. We got our brother, my Laker brother. I don't know about that Cowboy miss, but my Laker brother Doug on the show. Good morning, Doug.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd goes wild. I'm here. Let me say this real quick because Freddie needs he's talking real good and I don't have much time. Freddie is almost like preaching right now. And I had to back him up. I wish I had an organ here where I could just start, getting with him because here's the bottom line. As a Laker fan, and Freddie is a Laker fan, and I stand with him on that, it means something on that front of the jersey rather than your name on the back of the jersey. This franchise that he's talking about is special. Let me just say that. Now, because it is so special, Freddie, and I'm not going against anything that you said, I'm just going to add to it real quick, and then I'm going to leave. Because he does not want to be held accountable. That's number one. Number two, because he went against the man of the franchise, which is LeBron. And he went against AD. And because Vogel put him on the end of the bench in the fourth quarter games. Let me tell you something. He will not be in uniform when the season starts. There is no way in the world that when you add a Patrick Beverley to this team, who he has a tremendous amount of animosity towards, you cannot put him there because his game does not fit a team game. This dude, I'm not going against his skill set. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's one of the top 75 players. But this dude's game does not fit. He is not a number 3 type option type dude. And because of that, you got to go. So I don't even want him in training camp. That's just me. I don't even want him to. I don't even want to get him a practice jersey. I don't want him on the parking lot. I don't want him by the cheerleaders. I don't want him getting a hot dog from the concession stand. I don't want him to even drive in the driveway. Get your bags, take your MVP trophy, take all your all-star appearances, get you a flight out of LA, go to the Washington Wizards where you can dominate a game, shoot 50 shots, and go on because what the Lakers are trying to do, it just does not fit him at all. And because of that, he got to go, man. It just don't work. And Darvin Ham, God bless him, he had to say what he had to say when he first came there. I said, hey, we're going to do all this, we're going to do all that. But the truth of the matter is, he really don't want him there. Nobody really wants him there. That's just the truth. So they need to go on and get rid of him. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all have a good day, gentlemen.
You too, brother.
That's all I got to say. Go ahead. And the crowd goes wild.
No, I definitely agree with Doug. You can be a type of a bad. I'm not saying he's a bad cancer, but you don't want that vibe around the team because the Lakers and LeBron know they cannot have another season like they had last season. They know that. So you don't need that type of vibe, that aura around the team, spread around that locker room. And what I would do if I was Rob Pelinka, Jeannie Buss, I would trade the 2 first-round picks. All right, let's go. Because I'm gonna tell you, this is what happened. The Lakers dug themselves in a hole when they traded for Russell Westbrook, which they shouldn't have. And so now he had that much bad of a season. No team wants to touch the way he played, but they don't want to touch their contract as well. So trade the two first round draft picks you got with Russ, calling Indiana. Hey, this is Rob Pelinka with the Lakers. I'm the 2 first round draft picks. They're available now. Oh yeah, by the way, once you take Russ, we want Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. You want Kendrick Nunn too? You know what? He was hurt last year. You can have him too. Thank you. Boop. That's what I would do if I was the Lakers. Could you imagine a lineup of Patrick Beverly, Buddy Hield, LeBron, AD, and Miles Turner? And the most important thing with Miles Turner that he brings you, he can play the 4 or the 5.
He can bring you good defense and 3-point shooting. He can bring you all of that.
But most important, if AD go down, what he tend to do, he can be a body that he can play that position for AD until AD get back. Because you still have 2 other young centers behind him, and a Thomas Bryant and a Damian Jones. So it brings depth to the Lakers. That's something that they haven't had since that championship run.
Yep.
That's one thing that we've been lacking is the depth. It brings you depth. Could you imagine your bench? You still have Austin Reeves. You still have Lonnie Walker. You still have
Toscano.
Anderson. You still have Scottie Pippen Jr. You have pieces on the bench now. So I don't understand. What are you waiting for, Lakers? What are you waiting, Rob Pelinka? The Kyrie Irving deal is dead. It's dead. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. The training camp is what, less than 30 days now, I believe.
Yep.
But that's enough. That's enough Laker talk. I can get on. I can get a headache and
go all in, Fred. There we go. Go all in. We need that.
Now let's talk about. We always talk about. Man, I can't think of his name. The coach in New England, Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
We always talk about. Oh man, breaking news! Okay, we don't have Shaq's son no more, by the way. The Chiefs are releasing Josh Gordon. This actually brings us to a topic that was on our list for today.
Yep.
Do you guys think it's time for the Cowboys to pick up Josh Gordon? I'll start with you, Coach.
Like I said, they need every receiving help they can get until Michael Gallup comes back. Michael Gallup, I think he comes back during the late season, during the week 6, by week 3 up in that time. I think right now, I think Josh Gordon, I think he kind of passes time a little bit, man. I just think him getting off the field, being those off the field issues with that weed smoking and stuff. I think he's not the same Josh Gordon. I think he's not the same Josh Gordon, man, that he used to be, and I don't think he would do nothing to help the Cowboys. But again, I just am not a big fan of that. Outside of CeeDee Lamb, I'm not a big fan of Dallas receiving core. I know they got an up-and-coming guy in Jalen Tolbert. It's going to take him some time to get better, get with to where he at. They do got a reliable tight end, though, in Dalton Schultz. They do got him that's stepping up. But like I say, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Jones take a gamble on him. Jerry Jones is used to taking gambles on guys like that with weed and stealing and stuff like that. He used to taking trouble. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Jones takes a flyer on a guy like Josh Gordon. I say he does take a flyer up on that. That is a bold prediction. I'm gonna say he takes a flyer up on a guy like that because he loves taking flyers on guys like that. That's just what Jerry Jones love to do.
Listen, if I'm Jerry Jones, well, let me rephrase this. Jerry Jones, he knows that he has to fix the mistakes that he made. He made a mistake by trading Amari Cooper. That was Dak's most reliable receiver. I don't understand it. You give up first-round draft picks for this guy, but you trade him. The connection that him and Dak had was a good connection, and we've seen that Dak's thriving off of it. You lost Wilson in free agency, so now you're expecting CeeDee Lamb to be that guy. And by the way, can we stop giving these receivers number 88? I mean, can we go ahead and retire one of them? I mean, don't Michael Irvin, don't Dez Bryant, and who was the other one? There was another one. I can't think of his name right now. But there was 3 all-time great receivers for the Cowboys to wear number 88. But they just handed it out like it's ice cream. I mean, come on, Jerry Jones, be respectful, sir.
It deserved to be retired.
Yeah. Now, how can you retire it? And you have 3 players who deserves it to be retired as well.
Yep.
So I don't like the fact that CeeDee Lamb's wearing number 88. I just don't. If Jerry Jones, he should be calling Antonio Brown. He should be calling Josh Gordon. He should be calling Odell Beckham Jr. He should be calling Michael Irvin. Can you put some icy hot on those knees, sir? They need everything they can get because this is going to be a year for the Cowboys where things do go wrong yet again. And Coach Dante, don't forget about the guy that stole some underwear, some drawers. Let's not forget about that dude. I believe that he also have a dude that stole some meat at a grocery store too, I believe. This is what the Cowboys do. So they're used to having victims, criminals. I'm just saying. I want to give Drew Pearson award number 88 as well. I want to also give a little insight if nobody's been watching. Have you watched Legacy?
No, I haven't watched The Legacy yet.
Okay, if anybody's watching The Legacy, I watched yesterday's episode last night, and they dropped a little bombshell. Dr. Jerry Buss was close to buying the Cowboys. He, matter of fact, was about to buy them. But as we know, the NFL, there's no matter if you have the most money in the NFL. Yep. It's about, you have to get voted in. The Texas and the people, they didn't like the image because Dr. Jerry Buss was a playboy. They didn't like that, so they voted him out. But I'm going to tell you, if y'all had gotten Dr. Jerry Buss, the Cowboys, man, they would be relevant right now. Yep. He would have had you guys right. Thank God that didn't happen, though, because I can't stand the Cowboys.
Hey, don't forget you got still running 4-4. I guarantee you ask him, he still can play in this league today. Terrell Owens at the age of 48 can go out there and still run a 4-4, be fast. I guarantee you, he still think he can play in this league. Cowboys, go get that man. Go get him.
Y'all need all the help that you can get. I even heard that Doug said that he might be interested. Hey, the Spotlight Sports Network, we have somebody here that's a Cowboy fanatic that can help.
Yep.
Allow them to help you, sir. But let's keep it moving. We're gonna take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
All right.
Make sure you guys tune in to Coach Dante. He'll give you all the updates when it comes to Houston sports and in sports in general.
Yep.
Coach Dante is doing a wonderful job when he come out putting content and just grinding. So make sure you guys tune in to him. Hey, we seen what happened yesterday with the. I'm gonna call him what Stephen A. call him with porn star Jimmy. Yes, Jimmy Garoppolo. We seen that the San Francisco 49ers reconstructed his deal to
Yep.
make him where he'll be able to walk next year. I believe that they can't franchise tag him or anything like that now. So he's going to basically be the highest paid backup quarterback in the NFL. Coach Dante, if you was running the team, would Jimmy G be a backup or would you start Trey Lance? And what is your reaction to what happened?
I will still, to be honest, I wouldn't go back. I will still start Trey Lance. I will actually still start him. I'm not this guy's been getting the first team reps all training camp. He's played all preseason. So why just go back? Why go back on him? I mean, he's a number 2 overall pick. At some point, he has to play. You have to see what he got. So again, I will still actually start Trey Lance and play Trey Lance to see how it goes. Or if it doesn't go as well, maybe you throw Jimmy G right back in now. But right now, I will still go with Trey Lance as the starting quarterback. Now, Jimmy G, he's very good enough to be a starting quarterback. He won't hurt you with turnovers. He's an ultimate game manager. He completes 68% of his passes. But I will be honest, I will still start Trey Lance. And that's good that they're restructuring some of that money because he can pick to wherever he wants to go next year. He doesn't have to worry about getting traded or staying at some place that he didn't ask to go to. So he gets to be a free agent next year and pick to where he want to go, And it's going to be still some teams that are going to need a quarterback that can use his services. But I will still start Trey Lance either way. Either way, that's already been confirmed, man. And you already going making a decision to go with them. Don't draw back on them now. I will still go with Trey Lance.
This is why San Francisco have not won. I don't agree with them drafting Trey Lance. And, there's a reason why we didn't see him any sooner than now, because he wasn't ready. And Kyle Shanahan knows that. This Jimmy Garoppolo, he might not be the most flashiest quarterback. He might not be the most star-studded quarterback. But we've seen Jimmy G take the San Francisco really far when it mattered. We've seen him take him to a Super Bowl. We've seen him take it to a game before the Super Bowl. And, hey, you can say what you want to say, but he wins. He's a winning quarterback. And he fits the style of the San Francisco 49ers. He fits the mold for a Kyle Shanahan. I would start Jimmy G, me personally, because I believe that he could take them further. Because, Trey Lance is going to have growing pains. He's going to have good moments. He's going to have not so great moments. And I'm not sure if this team that's really is wanting to win is going to be able to take both of that in a season that they're trying to go far. If I was a team, if I was a management for the Cleveland Browns, I would have traded for him. I would have traded for him right now. Deshaun Watson's going to be missing 11 games. I do believe with Jimmy G, the worst that they can go is 6-5.
Yep.
That's the worst that they can go. I have them actually going better than that with a Jimmy Garoppolo. And then that way your season can stay afloat. But that just shows you what franchises think about winning.
Yep.
They're not willing to go all in. I'm not sure if they can still trade for him now because they reconstructed his deal. But if they can, I'm definitely calling it. I'm definitely trying to find a way to get him because we need somebody to be able to hold the fort down until Deshaun Watson was able.
But that's the only problem with this move right there. And I could agree with you on that move, but it's only one scenario, one problem to that move. Jimmy G he's gonna know he's only a 1 year rental anyway, yes, but he's only holding the fort down till Deshaun Watson gets back. And he knows he's going to be up out of the lineup right after they go into Houston. But again, at the same time, at the end of the day, he's going to be a free agent. So the deal will make sense. He's going to be a free agent. He's going to get his opportunity to walk. So that would not be so much of a bad deal. But he knows he's only going to hold the fort down to Deshaun Watson get back. Of course, we know Deshaun Watson, when he's playing, is a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. But at the end of the day, I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be he's a starter in this league. I don't think he's a backup. I think he's a starter in this league. I think he's an ultimate game manager. But the end of the day, he wins games. He completes passes. He completes a high rate of his passes. So I definitely up for it if he goes to Cleveland. And I'll say Trey Lance, you already got a commitment to him. You already have a commitment to him. So I'm opposing San Francisco may stick with that commitment to him until something at least happen. The Trey Lance, or if he's not playing well, maybe you stick Jimmy Garoppolo right back in there.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. Let's keep it moving. So everybody knows last year what happened to Mr. Aaron Rodgers, coming out lying about the vaccination, talking about he's immunized and all that, So for some reason, he decided that he wanted to bring this back up on our interview. I don't know why he wanted to bring it up on the cusp of the season about to start, but I'm just going over a few of the bullet points of the interview real quick. Rodgers says he's allergic to polyethylene glycoside, a substance used in 2 of the vaccines that he was considering taking. The third, the Johnson & Johnson, it was pulled due to blood clots. Instead, he researched homophobic remedies. Hold on, I'm sorry, I said the wrong word. Homeopathic remedies, including taking diluted oral doses of the virus itself, even though he doesn't elaborate. He goes on to say that the league mandated that every unvaccinated player had to wear a yellow wristband, while the vax wore a green one. Work out alone, get tested every day, and wear a mask in the facilities. As far as being accused of lying about his status, he explained that if any asked, he told them that he was immunized. And if anyone had a follow-up, what that means, he would have answered. No one did, but given the wristband and all the other protocols he has followed, there was no doubt he opted to get the shots. Opted not to get the shots. Listen here, man. Aaron Rodgers, you lied. That's all you had to say. You lied. Either you did or you didn't. But my thing is, why did you have the need to come out a year later to tell us that? Something that we already knew. You told us something that we already knew. But instead, you want to cause a distraction on your team. And you're a guy that didn't play no snaps in the NFL preseason, which I would have, because you have a whole new receiving set core. It's not like you have the same core you've been playing with the last 5 to 6 years. You have a completely new receiving core, and you choose not to play. That's your decision. We'll see how it pans out. But you decide to put this in the media, put this in the news, so this can be a headline right before the season starts. This tells us what the type of person you are. Not the player, the person, that you don't care. You're arrogant, you're a prick. You just, you say pretty much that you're going to do what you want to do. But, it is what it is. What's up, Dre Montez? Welcome to the morning show, brother.
What's good, Dre? I thought Aaron Rodgers last year should have been suspended for his time. I feel like he got a little slap on the wrist at that point of time, and he put all his teammates in danger. And like I say, you're right, man. He should have played most of the preseason. And most of the guys that he's got anyway are young guys. You got Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs from Nevada. So you definitely should have been playing in the preseason and getting a little work with them. The only veteran you really you have is you have that receiver so as well. But other receiving core is young. Outside of him, Allen Lazard, the other receiving core is younger, so he should have really got some work in with them in the preseason. I know you're practicing with them, and I know you don't. It's going to be a risk that you don't want to get hurt. But again, you got chemistry is everything. Chemistry is everything. So, man, like I said, I agree with you. He got to work with those wide receivers, but he should have been punished. He should have been punished besides of one game last year. He should have been punished besides of one game last year.
Yes, sir. All right. So we know the Super Bowl favorites, Coach. But what do you have a sleeper? Like, what is your sleeper team?
For both conferences.
Yeah, that's fine.
I not that many teams in the AFC, NFC that I'm worried about, but okay. Opposing, if Trey Lance can be any bit of himself, can be good with Kyle Shanahan, I'm going to go 49ers as a sleeper in the NFC to get to the Super Bowl. That's the one team that's been able to have the Rams number besides that NFC Championship game. That's the one team that has the Rams number. They got a very good defense. They force turnovers. They got a very good linebacking core. They got Deebo Samuel, who's very good. They got Elijah Mitchell, who had a 900-yard season as a rookie last year. Brandon Ayuk is pretty solid. For the NFC, I believe that is my Super Bowl sleeper right there for the NFC. Outside of, I think the Rams, they have an opportunity to repeat. So I'm gonna go with the Rams to get to the Super Bowl, and until they're knocked away, till they're knocked out, I'm gonna go with the Rams. I think the Rams, they have gotten better at that. I think they got better at that. They got better at that with one of the best linebackers of all time, and Bobby Wagner. Allen Robinson is a quiet guy that knows how to very much get open, and that's a veteran in this league that had 100 and 1,000-yard season. I'm gonna go with San Francisco as a sleeper team to get in the NFC. I'm going to go with San Francisco.
We have some breaking news out the NBA, and this was released 2 minutes ago from Sports Illustrated. As you guys know, the King and King James, LeBron James, did an interview with him and his sons on Sports Illustrated. And this is a quote. They asked him about him playing with his second son, Bryce. We know all about he wanted to play with Bronny. This is about Bryce. He said, I feel like I can play for quite a while. So it's all up to my body, my mind. If my mind can stay sharp and motivated, then the sky's not even a limit for me. I can go beyond that, but we shall see. Coach Dante, I have 2 questions, sir. Do you like the fact that he's putting the pressure on his sons like the way he is? And 2, do you think he should be motivated to play with Bryce?
I mean, that's LeBron James. It's LeBron James. We never know. It is hard to read LeBron James' mind. And I think he is putting a lot of pressure on his sons, a lot of pressure on them. But I believe, like I say, I believe with LeBron. Only LeBron James knows what he's capable of. Only he knows he's going to be motivated. So I'm gonna say, like I say, yes, he's going to be able to play. I think he's by the time his sons get in the league, he's going to be motivated to play with them. We all know he's going to go to try to play with Bronny. He's going to play with them. So only LeBron James know that. And if LeBron James as the best player in basketball, I'm going to take LeBron James for what he says.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm kind of. Oh, good morning, ECG. I mean, you spoke to Key this morning. I'm just saying, we here. Good morning. I guess, but that's what Key do. Key is special. Key is special. She's not on a 50-year drive, but her team is, though. I don't really like it when you put a lot of pressure on the kid. Because there's going to be a time where LeBron's not going to be in the league where he can't protect his son. But, oh, my bad, Keith, my bad.
Great.
He's putting a lot of pressure on his sons. I mean, there's going to be some things that he's going to have to answer to as well. They're gonna have to answer to, which I think they will be able to. Me personally, I think Bryce is the better one out of both of them. I just think he has that body frame, body structure like his dad. He's gonna be able to come in there and play a physical style of basketball. But I also think Bronny has the IQ of his father. He has the smartness, so he's gonna have an advantage there. I think it's pretty. I mean, I don't like it, but then also I think it's pretty cool, that have that opportunity because that's something that we haven't seen before and probably won't see after this. If I do think he'll be able to play with Bronny. It's going to be interesting about Bryce. I'm not sure, but this is something I'm pretty sure every father looks up to, want to say one day. Hey, if there a lot of fathers in the NBA or any sports league, hey, I want to play with my son. Hey, that will be the dream to come true. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty one of the main focuses on him as well. And also the question is, where is he going to be at his number? If he get drafted to, let's say, OKC, let's just use OKC. Is LeBron going to want to go live in OKC? I mean, that's going to have to be a question too. I'm not sure, LeBron's going to want to take that sacrifice. And I agree with Doug on this one. He said the kids have had pressure on their lives. They're built for it. They might not be the athlete that their dad is, but mentally they have been trained by one of the best to ever do it. And yeah, I definitely agree with that statement, Doug. That's a great point. So yeah, I definitely agree with you. I just thought I'd let everybody see that. That story just came out like a few minutes ago. My Super Bowl sleeper. Doug is not your Cowboys because y'all can't smell it. Y'all won't even smell a Super Bowl. We barely can smell a playoffs. When we talk Super Bowls with the Cowboys. If I had to choose a team right now to be a sleeper in the NFC, it has to be the Philadelphia Eagles. What they did, by bringing Jalen Hurts some help. You already had Devontae Smith. You bring in a AJ Brown. I believe that's going to be a huge addition. They still have that line, the offensive line. They have the defense. You have the running game. But the key to their success is Jalen Hurts. What version of him are we going to see? This could be now. When I say this, I don't have them beating the Rams. I don't have them beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't have them beating a lot of teams in the NFC, but they can be a sleeper team. Doug, I can watch myself, brother, but at the end of the day, your team would fold like cheap tents that they are. That's who they are. When the pressure rises, they fold. They do not. What happened last year? We seen a Kansas City Chiefs team get the ball off within 13 seconds of down there and get a field goal. But Dak Prescott can't get a playoff in that time. So we see what y'all do when pressure rises. Y'all can't handle it. That's what y'all been. That's who y'all are, and that's what you're doing, my brother. And on the AFC, sleeper, I'm gonna say the Kansas City Chiefs. Nobody's talking about them like they should. But I'm gonna tell y'all, they have a revamped offensive line. This is going to be the second year with that line that I expect them to be a lot better and get even better and better. They brought in they got new wide receivers down there, a whole new crew. I believe Juju's going to be off the TikTok this year. I believe that he's going to be motivated and playing football. You still have Travis Kelce. They are still going to be a dangerous team. And if Josh Allen and the Bills don't be careful, they don't play like we expect them to, do not be surprised that a motivated Patrick Mahomes, because he's going to be motivated this year, has a chance. Don't sleep on the Baltimore Ravens as well. Lamar Jackson's going to come in there motivated, saying that, okay, I need to show y'all why I deserve to be paid every penny that I'm wanting. So those are my two teams that I say that's
all right. So you got the Chiefs and you got the Baltimore Ravens. So I don't know if you're gonna call them a sleeper team because they made it last year to the Super Bowl, but this team is getting still we know the Chargers all of those guys got better. We know those teams that got better. We know the Raiders have got better. We know the Baltimore Ravens have got better, but the Bengals, I'm gonna use them as a sleeper team, even though they did get there. But many people don't got them going back. I don't think I got them. I don't got them going back to the Super Bowl. They have the same team as they have last year, same running back, same offense. They adjusted to their offensive line. They got offensive line help, something that they desperately needed. I got them as a sleeper to get to the Super Bowl, and then again, like I say. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to also go with the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people got them written off because of Tyreek Hill. But we're going to see how actually good Tyreek Hill is going to be in Miami. That's the question. We're going to see how Tyreek Hill is going to be with Miami. We know Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. We know he's a great quarterback. But we're going to really see how good of a receiver Tyreek Hill is going to be over there with Tua, and that's going to answer everybody's question. Oh, it was Patrick Mahomes just that great. It was just Patrick Mahomes just that great. So I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs as Super Bowl sleepers.
We have some breaking news. The Indianapolis Colts have just acquired linebacker Grant Stunnard at a 2023 7th-round pick from Buccaneers for a 2023 6th-round pick. So the Colts are just trying to add some depth to their defense. So I keep going away from the topics, but let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers real quick.
Let's go.
Right now, their line is in shambles right now. Do you think that they will start trading off some stuff to start building up that O-line again, or do you think they're just going to say, you know what, we're just going to roll with what we have?
I think they'll roll with what they got. But if you ask me, I think they would need to get some offensive line help. I think they need – matter of fact, the waiver wire today on cut day will be big for offensive linemen if they want to get some offensive line help. The waiver wire. It's a lot of cuts that's going to be going on around the league. I think they need to suggest that waiver wire that's coming out today with that 53, with that everybody's getting cut at the 3 o'clock deadline. I think they need to adjust to that for offensive line help. But as of right now, I see them staying pack and working with what they got. I think they got a good offense, man. Like I say, adding Julio Jones. You got Russell Gage, a 700-yard wide receiver. I think Tom Brady's going to make it work, but I think they do need to look at the waiver wire today, at the release wire today, and get some offensive line help in there, or maybe still make a move for an offensive line. So I do think they need to do that.
No, I definitely agree with you. Now, Coach, Bill Belichick, he gets the love that he deserves. Coaches like him in the NFL they all get the praises. But there's one individual coach in the AFC North that I don't think he gets the love that he deserves. We're talking about a coach that has never had a losing season.
I know who you're talking about.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. Yep.
Will this be the year that they have a losing season, or do you think he can continue to have a winning season?
I think they will still have a winning season. I don't think that it will start this year. I think they will have a winning season. But one thing, I don't got them in the playoffs. I think they'll be 9-8. I think they keep their winning season though. I don't think they will have a losing season. I
agree, because I believe that defense is still stout.
Yep.
I believe that they're going to be depend on their defense and a running game until they figure out their quarterback position situation. Because I believe they're starting Kyle Rudolph, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I believe that they're going, like I said, a defensive first team, running game, play action pass. But I do believe that when you play for Mike Tomlin, you know what to expect. You don't do too much, you don't do too little. You do your job, and then he's going to hold you accountable.
Yep,
he's going to hold you accountable, and I think it's time to give Mike Tomlin the love that he deserves. Yep. He's a quarterback that he won 2 Super Bowls, right?
Yep.
He's a quarterback that won 2 Super Bowls, never had a losing season. He holds you accountable. He stands up for the right, and he's not afraid to tell you when you're wrong. I definitely think it's time to put him in the conversation with a Bill Belichick. And I mean, a lot of you can't really judge it off Super Bowls. I understand that, because let's not forget, Bill Belichick has some losing seasons under his belt.
Yep,
he has them under his belt.
Yep,
Mike Tomlin don't.
You got to respect the whole organization, though, as a whole. 3 head coaches in about 30 years, that's consistency.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. That's an organization that know what they're doing, and you know what you're getting out of that organization. You know what you're getting out of that organization. So that organization and Mike Tomlin, that organization does very good job as a whole, should get some credit. But Mike Tomlin is a Hall of Fame head coach. He's a Hall of Fame head coach, and he deserves his respect. It's hard to go all of those years without having one losing season. Don't even have a losing season. But yeah, the whole organization deserves some credit as a whole, man. 3 head coaches in 30 odd years. Come on, that's consistency, man.
Yeah. All right, last topic for the morning. We've been moving quick this morning.
You ain't got nobody up here to argue with today.
I think the caffeine and the coffee got us put our jets on today. Well, some people scared to debate with me, but I'm not going. We're not going to talk about that though. Let's talk about 2 all-stars, 2 superstars in the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo and the unibrow Anthony Davis. If you had to rank them, who is the better talent? Who are you going with, Coach?
Anthony Davis when healthy, but right now he's not healthy, so I got to go with Giannis.
He's healthy right now. What are you talking about?
When he actually plays a full season, then I will take Anthony Davis over Giannis. But right now I'm gonna have to go with Giannis right now, man. I think if LeBron James, when he retires, he's gonna be the next up and coming stud in this league. Giannis is great what he did with that organization. That organization, give credit to the organization, giving them some pieces as well, giving them some pieces to help him out as well. A Drew Holiday, who's a borderline all-star, who can play defense, who can shoot the 3 ball pretty well. And when he's not shooting, he plays very good defense. A Bobby Portis, who mean a lot, a fan favorite to that team, and some all-around good defensive players to help him in some shooting. But if Anthony Davis, if he can play a full, healthy season, I will take Anthony Davis in a heartbeat over Giannis, because I like what Anthony Davis brings to the table. And we all know Anthony Davis is a top 5 player when he's healthy in this upcoming league. But right now, I'm going to have to go as of right now with Giannis, though.
Uh-oh. We know the crowd go wild when we get Mr. Doug back in
here. Did I just hear somebody say something about Anthony Davis?
The question is, who's better, AD or Giannis?
Who's better? Giannis. There's no question about it. One of the major things that you have to put in there is availability. This dude can't, I heard Coach Dante say, who was that say? Oh, no, it was you, Freddie. I think you said he's healthy. He's healthy. Got a quick question for you, Freddie. Is he healthy?
I did say Giannis.
Freddie, we Laker fans, but Freddie, listen, is he? Do we have 100% verification? Because last time I heard, the man went to the mailbox and he twisted something. That's what I heard. Now, I don't know what you heard. I heard that he woke up, started brushing his teeth. He started brushing his teeth. His gums started bleeding. He had to have a blood transfusion in his mouth for his gums bleeding. I heard that. I don't know if you heard that, Freddie, but that's what I heard.
Hey, brother, it's been real quiet.
Yeah. So I don't know is he healthy, but Giannis, without a doubt, is the person that you would want on your team. He plays defense. He can score. He's dominant. You can get a ball to him, and he can take over a game. He's physical. AD is finesse. He wants to be Steph Curry instead of banging down low. And you can't depend on him. Availability counts. And last time I checked, the man is not available. So I can't give him that type of credit. So it's got to be Giannis.
I'm going to disagree on this standpoint. We know who've had a better career is Giannis. Okay. But when we talk about skill wise, AD has the skill. He has the bag. We're talking about a guy that can get you with the mid range. He can knock down the 3-point shot. He can get you from the inside. And he's just as great as defender as Giannis. I do think AD is a better ball handler and a better passer. But do you know what stops AD from being Giannis? This right here, that hard. At times, because we know about Giannis. Giannis drives. He ain't scared. He gonna keep coming. He's going to keep coming. AD, he's not going to do that. But skill wise, AD has the skills. It's just that he can't stay healthy, and he this right here.
Now, shot, I would give AD, but I'm not so sure if AD is a really better ball handler than Giannis. I think Giannis can handle the ball just as much as Anthony Davis, and Giannis can play defense as just as much as Anthony Davis. He can rebound as just as much as Anthony Davis. The only reason I'm going with Giannis because he's on the floor all the time, and that dude is a dog. And like you said, he just keeps coming. Even when you're trying to force him to shoot force outside, he still keeps coming to the basket. Now, Anthony Davis, it's a way you can stop him. Matter of fact, he stops himself because he doesn't bang in the post a lot. He doesn't like posting up, so most of his shots in the mid-range area is face up. He's a face up type player. He's not gonna post up or shoot fadeaways. He just basically is a face up player, so that helps him out. That helps out a defender. That helps out a defender a lot. While Giannis, he's going to be aggressive. He's going to post up. He's going to shoot fadeaways, and he can also go by you. So Anthony Davis bails a lot of the defense out by shooting a lot of jump shots as well. That's the way you can defend Anthony. He will stop himself. Anthony Davis will stop himself in the defense out by shooting jump shots. He's a jump shot shooter. He's not a post up player.
Now, Coach Dante, one thing about the ball handler, I've seen AD get the ball, and that footwork hit cross somebody over, do the step back. We've seen that. We ain't seen that out of Giannis, bro. We haven't seen that yet.
You want AD to do that all the time, though. Post up all the time. You don't want him shooting jump shots and facing up.
In fairness to AD, if you know the story of AD, between his senior year in high school and his first year at Kentucky, he grew almost about 5 or 6 inches.
Yeah, he used to be a point guard.
He was a point guard. Yeah. So in actuality, he does have the point guard skills. It's just unfortunate for him that he's almost 7 foot tall and he can't be a point guard. But ball handling, I got to get a nod to AD, free throw shooting. Those are the two definites that he has over Giannis. But other than that, Giannis is a two-time defensive player of the year?
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
AD, of course, did make first team all defense, I think, 1 year. But right now, it's not even a contest, to be honest.
Hey, Doug, I got a question. We need a point guard. Would it be a bad idea to put AD at point guard? I mean, can it get worse?
We ain't got nobody down low. Who we got? We don't have nobody. That is a legitimate score. We got a ball handler. We got the perfect ball handler that can run a team, and for this team, his role, Patrick Beverley is going to be able to do the job. No question. He is Rondo all over again, with the exception of he's probably a better scorer at this point than Rondo was, because he still can shoot a little bit. So we have a point guard that's not going to be greeted like Westbrook, that's going to be the man that's trying to score 25 points a game. He can do that.
You have some breaking news, sir.
What type of breaking news?
Didn't he just post in the group chat?
Oh, yeah. We got some breaking news. So the Philadelphia Eagles traded for Gardner Johnson, the defensive back from the New Orleans Saints, and they also released safety Anthony Harris. So there goes a safety for a good safety, a top safety.
Since y'all want to,
they got CJ Gardner Johnson. Also,
let me come on in with this. Since y'all
go ahead.
Talking about Philadelphia. Here we go. So look, Philadelphia has done an outstanding job off-season wise. They have draft and free agency, and even with today the little breaking news, that's fine. But just like the San Francisco 49ers from a couple years ago, you can hide Jalen Hurts all day with the great defense. You can do it with the running game. You can do all of that. But sooner or later, the game is going to have to fall into his hands. And I'm going to go on record now, all you Philadelphia Eagle fans. He is not going to get the job done. You can be fooled. He going to be just like Jimmy Garoppolo was. He was hidden with the defense of the 49ers. He was hidden with the running game of the 49ers. But in the Super Bowl, when the game had to fall into his hands, he was nowhere to be found. That's what's going to happen with Jalen Hurts. You heard it here first. So all you Philadelphia Eagle fans, rah, we got this guy. Woo, we got this guy. We still going to bust y'all dead in y'all mouth. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for it. Y'all mouth. Y'all get out the way. Hey, Freddie, Coach Dante, I got the rest of the show. You Philadelphia Eagle fans, y'all gonna be in for a rude awakening when we punish y'all as we usually do. That's what's getting ready to happen. We're gonna hit y'all dead in your mouth.
Say it again. Now, look, on the big screen.
I can't wait till the week. I can't wait till that. Y'all keep on. Y'all adding Pro Bowl after Pro Bowler. Y'all really think that y'all just gonna walk through the NFC East? You got to come see us. The NFC East belongs to Dak Prescott. Anybody on here gonna like it? Nobody disagree. You Philadelphia Eagle fans, I want y'all to just get this part of the show. Go ahead and section it off. Send this from them from me. I can't wait to see y'all. All y'all, don't run away when we beat y'all brains out now. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Don't run away. Don't run. I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna be right here saying, where's Jalen Hurts? Where is it? Who else y'all like? Where's Jordan Davis? Who else y'all got? AJ Brown. Woo-wee. AJ. Woo-wee. Hey, we're gonna hit him dead in his mouth, man. When y'all finish, we're gonna hit y'all dead in your mouth. It's just that simple. I'm done.
Oh man, I'm gonna definitely be here. We definitely gonna have to do. Hey, you and Key and all the Eagles fans definitely gonna do a play-by-play game of the Cowboys versus the Eagles, because this, either they gonna be hurt or you gonna be hurt, my brother. Somebody gonna be hurt.
Well, to be honest with you, Freddie, I got to tell you, I talked all that trash 20 seconds ago, but Philly scared me a little bit. That's all I'm gonna tell you. All right? I'm not gonna do play-by-play because I'm serving to break the computer. You know, throwing a brick in it or something. No, I'm not gonna do it. But go ahead.
No, I feel you. Hey, man, we want to thank you for coming on today, Doug. It's always a pleasure when you have big time in the presence. Want to thank you, Coach Dante, for coming on as well. It's always fun doing a show with you. Hey, me and Doug and some others got some things working on the back end, bringing back Laker Talk 101. We should be trying to get that back rolling in a couple weeks or so. But just tune in for that. Tune in to his, I'm just doing this because I like Doug, not because, I hate the team. Oh, Doug, let me ask you a question, sir, since you're here. Have you been watching Legacy?
Watching who?
Legacy.
Lakers.
Legacy, the Laker documentary on Hulu.
I have not watched one episode. I can't even lie to you. I don't like it because LeBron is in it.
Well, brother,
I can tell you that,
brother.
Let me tell you something. Look, Freddie. And I know we got to go, but some people don't deserve to be in there. I love LeBron. I ain't no gigantic fan of him, but he did bring a championship to us. Sometimes you need to just step to the side and let real Lakers talk. You ain't got enough on the resume, as far as I'm concerned, to be in this.
No, I agree. But, man, hey, you might want to watch it, because I'm going to tell you, they've dropped a lot of the nuggets that I think a lot of people might didn't know. Do you want me to tell you what happened yesterday episode? Just a little glimpse. And you might like this. When the Cowboys is up for sale, Dr. Jerry Buss put a bid in for the Cowboys. It happened to be the highest bid. But just like I know, just like how the NFL, you can't get in unless you're voted in. They didn't like that since he was a playboy. They Texas, they didn't like that, and they voted him out. But he would have been the owner of the Cowboys, just because of the vote. And man, if that would have happened, oh boy, oh boy.
If that would have happened, if you want to get technical about it, I don't know what would have happened. The true measure of the Dallas Cowboys, since we're talking about 89, 90, 91, 92, that belongs in the hands really of Jimmy Johnson. He is the one that bit the team. If you would have told me Dr. Buss and Jimmy Johnson would have been together, we would have won at least 6 championships in a row. The reason why I'm saying that is because Dr. Buss wouldn't have fired Jimmy Johnson. And Jimmy Johnson would have kept the train going. It's just that simple. But with Jerry, it is what it is. But Jerry will playboy too. He just wasn't as wide open as Dr. Buss was. That's just true. Jerry Jones on the slides, J.R. Ewing all over again. He just real quiet with his, But anyway.
Yeah. Nah, Dr. Jerry Buss, hey, I'm watching the first
Jerry
was
wide open. Jerry was wide open. He ain't care, man. He had one woman at breakfast, 2 women at dinner. It's just that simple.
Yeah. But man, I encourage everybody to watch it. It's actually a great documentary. It's not like the one that Amazon or whoever did the HBO Max did that when Winning Time. It's definitely not like that. It's told by the players. That's one thing I like. And the actual people that was there. It's not even really about being a Laker fan. If you're just a fan of the NBA, you'll learn a lot of insight about how the NBA was ran in that time. So, but hey, it is what it is. But like we're saying, I want to thank all the followers. I want to thank everybody in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to Coach Dante, the Big Time. Everybody, just subscribe to everybody here on the Spotlight Sports Network. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Doug, I'm not gonna lie. Dante was recording your little rant going off about the Cowboys. It's in the chat, so you're probably getting roasted.
I don't care. All you Philadelphia Eagle fans, that's in the chat, that's all in there. I let y'all talk and get excited. It's my time now. I can't wait till we see y'all. All this yip. All this happiness over a draft. You still got to play the game. We are going to hit y'all dead in your mouth. That's all I'm going to tell you. Get ready for it. Now, y'all excited. Y'all jumping up and down. Y'all playing rock music. Y'all ringing the Philadelphia bell. Y'all lining up all around the place. Y'all buying all y'all little new Eagle jerseys. All y'all just happy. Y'all eating 20 Philly cheese steak sandwiches. Y'all eating it all. Y'all Philly down. And when y'all come to see us, we're gonna put these cowboy boots. I'm done. I ain't gonna say what I want.
Hey, but tune in tomorrow morning as we'll be back doing the same thing. Tune in for the day. We have a lot of things going on today, breaking news, and we'll keep you updated here at the Spotlight Sports Network. Until then, we are out.